2 more days? No. I paid for expedited. It should have been here 2 weeks ago. Yes, I realize that paintings need a certain amount of care, alright, but... No, then you lied, okay? I want my costs refunded, and... Fine, 2 more days, but after... Sure, you have a good one, too.
You should have told him, or he could shove that good one.
Where are my paintings?
You'll have them before preview, okay? What is that?
Oh, it's for the dinner scene. I wanted to practice in a costume today so we could run the wine toss.
Best part of the show, they got it coming.
What are you reading?
A book.
Fair answer.
I'm sorry, I thought we agreed on the blue dress. It's cheaper.
We need this dress.
This dress costs $300 more than the other dress.
You don't understand. We need this dress.
No, Eve, you don't understand that we are precariously near over budget. And given the fact that our financier now lives in a 300 square foot apartment in the Bronx and had to ask me for food money yesterday, we literally cannot afford to go over budget.
We're fine. Have you seen Carrey?
For the second time today, the 39th consecutive day in a row, no, I have not seen Carrey. No one has seen them since they checked out of their hotel.
Did we look at Pummel?
I called the school. They haven't showed up for work. I even sent somebody to their apartment. It was empty. But Eve, I already told you we don't need Carrey to put on the show. We have the rights.
We aren't opening without Carrey here.
Eve. 10 actors, okay? 8 weeks of pre-production. $500,000, all right? We're opening the show with or without your permission.
Then I'll fire you and you'll lose your biggest client. We need Carrey's blessing.
No, you need it, okay? You'd rather risk our careers for the sake of your high school English teacher.
I won't let Carey Brand think I don't care about the book!
Friends, it's quite the chilly day out there. I've never had my heater burning before. What an adventure. Like it's really our man's greatest invention.
Catherine, what the hell are you talking about?
Hey, Kat, have you seen Carrey?
Sadly, I have not seen our illustrious author. To be fair, once I realized how quite expensive a triple soy latte with coconut and pumpkin spice was, I stopped frequenting the many cafes that renown this city. And I've been cooped up in my apartment. I did buy a coffee maker, though. So, caffeinated. Cafes? Yes, I often see writers bundled up outside them, tapping into laptops. Thought maybe Carrey had joined them. Kept my eye out for a while, but it's a new experience. Many troubles.
You holding up okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I don't get invited to very many galas anymore, but that's alright. I never liked those snobs anyway. Bad auras. Empty, like looking through glass.
Of course, just thought I'd ask.
Eve, you ever read any of Graham's other books?
No, I didn't. I didn't think they would want me to.
Alright.
Laura, where are you going?
I know where Carrey is.
What?
How?
I'll be back soon.
No, I'm going. I'll apologize and...
Eve, stay.
This is my show!
It's their book, though. Please.
Trust me. I do.
Laura, Well, I guess there goes the wine toss scene.
I'll just,
You seem stressed.
You think?
Relax, have faith.
Eve, we're going to run out of money. Okay? Faith won't fix that. You won't fix that. And if we run out of money, Swiss Cheesecake will not make it to opening night, with or without Carrey's permission.
We went over budget 3 weeks ago.
What?
When we ordered the paintings, it put us over budget.
That's impossible, okay? The order would not have gone through.
You said I wouldn't fix this? I did. I've been covering our expenses ever since we ran out of money.
No, that's impossible, okay? I would have seen that. I'm the numbers person, okay? I have spreadsheets on every cent spent on this show.
Yes, but you also have a secretary who keeps the spreadsheets, and she's trying to afford grad school.
You bribed Martha to cover your spending?
You think about numbers too much. If I told you that we went over budget, even if I was covering the rest of the show, you'd have a mental breakdown. I couldn't have that. Not so close.
We spent what? $10,000 since then? You have that kind of money just lying around?
Not anymore.
Oh my God! Who are we kidding here, Eve? The numbers do not add up. This is a no-name production from a musicals director. Nobody recognizes the IP, and if they did, you could send them away in droves. Now we can maybe break even if we open in time for the vacations, for all the holidayers, okay? But we missed that opportunity when you halted production for 2 weeks to go look for Carrey. And now, as it is, we're going to lose money opening night. Sunk cost fallacy, Eve. We take our money and move on.
It's appropriate we're in a theater, Barney. We first met in a theater.
We met in a cafeteria.
It was a theater to me. Just one where you had to stand next to the light switch to run tech, and where the stage was made of long white tables. Ever since that day, Barney, it's been a pleasure working with you. No, it's been better. It's been a privilege.
Don't tell me you're firing me, Shori.
Never. Just remembering. Remembering how you watched a foolish, inexperienced 19-year-old flicker a light switch next to a supply closet and thought, she's the one. She's gonna make it. Remembering how we moved to New York and you raised money for 7 Lights Above.
Panhandling to retired executives. We barely scraped up enough money for a theater. We put everything we had into that show.
And everything we had went straight into the ground. I'm remembering when I first introduced you to Gary. I'm remembering our first Tony.
Oh, no. Your first Tony, okay? Gary did not win shit.
Not me and Gary. Me and you. That statuette belongs to you as much as it does to me. I've always valued you for your logic, Barney. I'm a creative type. I have big ideas, loads of self-confidence, and absolutely no analytical reasoning skills. I need a counterbalance. You've always been that counterbalance.
Okay, then listen to me when I tell you that this show is not going to work. Okay, when you add everything up, it comes out under the line.
You didn't let me finish. You've always been that counterbalance, except for once. Except when you came into my theater with the long white tables and watched my show. You weren't thinking logically then. You weren't adding up numbers.
You were a good investment.
Really? A 19-year-old redneck from Pummel, Minnesota with no connections, no credit, and no money? Well, I was a terrible investment. The worst gambler in the world wouldn't have bet on my odds, but you did.
Oh, thanks.
No, it's the best thing about you. You're smart. You think things through. But you know numbers aren't everything. The Barney I met that day had faith. That Barney trusted his emotions. Because it's not just about me, it's about you too. And it's about luck. The greatest shows in the world rely on luck.
Luck, in its nature, is unpredictable.
Exactly. Our options are, as it stands, we cancel the show, you lost your money in Catherine's company, so you take a mid-level managerial position at some number-shuffling company. Everyone agrees that I can't make a show without Gary O'Brien, So I get blacklisted for a few years, maybe go back to school. Maybe in 5 or 10 years, we're back to where we are now. Or worse, we get comfortable in our lives in business and academia and never return.
And option 2?
Faith, luck, art.
Is this how you roped Catherine in?
Laura always said I have a silver tongue.
Eve, sure. You are a ridiculous, enigmatic bastard. But screw the fallacies. Let's get this done.
We always do.
The air was acrid. Sour notes of caffeine buzzed into my nose like overly excited wasps. Nobody spoke to each other. None was alone. I never wanted to leave.
How did
You mentioned this place in half your books. One's not set in far off barbarian lands anyway. St. Joe's Coffee Shop in Patisserie.
Well, take a seat, I guess.
Been hanging in there?
Yeah, I suppose. You read my books?
Yeah, theater's a lot of sitting around when you're not on stage. You got time to think. Or read.
Guess I should apologize then.
For what?
The books.
No need. They're fun. Not great. Not even really good, but fun.
They're smart.
Only mostly. Some folks get a kick out of that. There's some interesting stuff in there. You improved.
I'd ask you why you're here, Laura, but I already know.
Why this cafe?
I saw it in a movie when I was a kid. Seemed bohemian, so little me became a little obsessed. Always wanted to come here and visit after I got famous and moved to New York City.
How's it hold up?
It's fine. Bit gentrified. Piss poor coffee, but alright stones.
That sounds familiar.
They said it in the movie. I wrote it into Swiss Cheesecake. Like everything in that book, it's derivative and a bit cliche.
You ever read E-script?
Whew! Now we're getting into it.
What?
Why you're here.
I'm here because I'm worried about you.
No, you're here because you're worried about Eve. You don't know me. We've talked maybe 3 times.
That's fair, but I might know you better than most. Better than Eve does anyway. I've read your books.
Are you trying to psychoanalyze me, Laura?
Well, I'm not now.
Go back to the theater. You're missing rehearsal.
And you're in breach of contract.
I don't need the money.
You're a public high school teacher.
I don't want the money. Were you planning on bribing me to come back?
Wasn't planning on anything. Everyone's been going crazy over you going missing.
I wasn't missing.
Well, you weren't exactly found either. What you working on?
Just some writing.
Sexy?
Nope, not this one.
9 to 5. Alright.
Any thoughts?
Not yet. Needs finishing, editing, revision. There might be something there. You know, if you wanted to sell, you'll need to get your name out there.
Like on a Broadway billboard?
There's worse publicity stunts than an Eve Shorey play.
It's not an Eve Shorey play.
What do you mean?
It's not something one person did. Eve wrote it and is directing it, but someone else makes the costumes. Another person designs the sets. You and the other actors bring it to life. Barney puts it all together, Catherine pays for it.
And you wrote the book.
A play isn't one person's thing. You don't get to tie your name to something that isn't yours.
Unlike a novel.
I wrote Swiss Cheesecake. Me alone for 2 years. Doesn't read like I wrote it on toilet paper in a bathroom during a rave. Sure. because a good chunk of the thing was, in fact, written like that. But it represents the vision of one person who thought they were the next Faulkner.
I tried to read Faulkner once. I got 17 words in and fell asleep.
You remind me of my students. Most couldn't tell alliteration from asphyxiation. To their credit, English majors make shit money.
But the rest of your students?
I teach junior year lit. Kids are figuring out what they want to do with their lives. I mean, what they want might change, but they're figuring something out, I don't know. I have to teach a certain curriculum, state mandated. So much literary canon we could take down pirate ships. And teenagers really hate canonical books. I have to start banning essays telling me why the student hated Holden Caulfield. Not because it's a bad take, but because I had to read 40 different identical papers on the topic. Sometimes clicks for someone, you know? They read a book like The Catcher in the Rye, a staple of dull English classes across the country, and some would say the phoniest phony of them all, and they get it. Or they get Raisins in the Sun, or Jane Eyre, or fucking Romeo and Juliet. But some people read a book, and it changes them.
Was he one of those people?
No, not really. She read her books, did her homework, wrote her papers, but I never saw that spark in her.
Maybe y'all weren't reading the right books?
Probably.
What book was it for you?
No book. A movie. The Princess Bride.
That's based on a book.
Really? I'll have to check it out. But I don't think it can ever surpass the magic on screen. Giants, sword fights, true love, revenge, dead fathers, dread pirates, magic men, and rodents of unusual size. All less than 2 hours long.
Well, adaptations can do amazing things. I look forward to your next book, Carrey. I hope it's as powerful as your first.
Is it done?
It is. The Once Upon a Spaceship cast album is officially recorded.
Congratulations.
Congrats yourself, they're your words.
Not anymore. They belong to the world now.
But the royalties ain't bad.
We should celebrate. Go out to lunch or something.
Don't we have rehearsal?
Come on. Don't we need to... Don't we need to sit on back, take a seat, just enjoy the company of strangers in the same place at the same time?
Another time, another place, across the vast expanse of space, a starship set to see what we can find.
Was that Once Upon a Spaceship registered?
It is. The cast album's done.
Oh, you mean
It never was a problem. All the space you get to see.
Exploring brand new stars in a brand new galaxy.
Without a map, without a light to guide us through both day and night.
Together there's no monsters we can fight.
There's no shooting star that travels farther than this rocket set to go. And once upon a spaceship, there's no checking out until the gas is running low. Exploring brand new planets with our troubles now untied. There's no problem you can't handle without a best friend by your side.
that was so simple.
Oh, thanks, Catherine. Are you all right? What's up with your clothes?
Oh, well, now that I am among the Also, they were expensive and a gal's gotta eat.
Same, Catherine. Good to know.
But is it the same Carrey?
Is it?
I certainly think so. I'm glad I don't have to sue you for breach of contract.
Missed you too, Barney.
Sometimes we must venture out to find our true spirit, be it the wild forests or the barren desert or...
An overpriced cafe. And a very small, very cheap motel. Not exactly the most enlightening of places, but the scones are alright.
It's good to have you back, Carrie.
Hang on, Laura, I'm not back.
Whoa, no, Carrie. Don't pull this shit on me right now, okay? I'm literally about to separate into microscopic pustules of stress, each on the verge of collapsing, alright? In which I will collapse into a quivering pile of ooze. So, please, don't mess with my head right now.
I mean, I don't know if I'm back. It all depends.
On what?
You. Let me see the script.
Oh, of course, just ignore the director's notes.
Well, I guess we should leave y'all to it then.
Oh, but I want to know what Carrie thinks of the play and the adaptational changes.
Let's get lunch.
But...
Oh, don't worry, I'm paying, so you can...
Okay.
Catherine.
Laura?
Yeah,
Thank you.
not yet.
What did you think?
Why did you change the opening?
Carrey?
And these characters, Smitha and Maverick, they were nothing, barely a footnote in the book. Just Julia's coworkers, like boring people at a boring job. Now they're members of the main cast.
Adaptations need aesthetic
These changes aren't aesthetic, they're thematic. Look, genius isn't real, Julia. Anyone can become great, but not apart, not alone. Your genius isn't unrecognized because it isn't genius. It's work, and it's lonely. That's not what Swiss Cheesecake is about.
Just answer me, Carrey. Did you like the play?
I do. Damn, I really, really do. Like, I wish I had written it. That's how much I like it.
Then who cares about the changes? This came from you, Carrey. This sprung from your mind. When you were a young writer with something to prove to the world. You wrote a book. Maybe no one paid attention to it, but it was great. And that means you're great, and you can do anything.
Don't give me that bullshit, Eve. Is that how you got Laura and Catherine and Barney? You talked to them, told them how special they were. You told them you could only do this with their help, and that by doing this, they'd finally understand why they were here. That's shit, that's rhetoric, you're not getting that past me.
I'm sorry, but you wrote an amazing
The
novel.
book is bad, Eve. That's it. That's all there is to it. I wrote a bad novel with bad prose, and bad characters, and bad everything. So I'm not a great writer. It's fine. It happens. People fail. Most people don't get to be great. But stop telling me how good the book is, because it's not.
You're right.
Well, guess I'm down one fan then, bringing the total to 0.
No, I still love it. It's still Swiss cheesecake. And that's not changing. Even if the book's bad.
I don't get you, Eve. I taught you for 1 year in high school. You go off and succeed, actually make a career for yourself. I mean, you direct on Broadway. You write professionally. You could make anything you want. But you come back to me and my book. I would have stayed as far away from Pummel as I could if I ever got out.
Pummel's not a great place for people like you and me, is it?
If you thought 18 years was hard, try 42.
You keep saying that the play is not about the same things as the book. What is the book, Swiss Cheesecake, about?
Unacknowledged genius. Julia, a poor, harassed, distressed artist, goes unrecognized by the art establishment. She creates boundary-breaking work, talks about things no one else can, but they ignore her. She feels alone, helpless. But Ambrose, the champion of art, Julia's inspiration, sees something in her. Ambrose knows Julia is great, has genius, but Ambrose dies too soon. Julia, despite her genius, never achieves success. It's not until after her death that her work is appreciated, loved, finally recognized.
Sounds autobiographical.
You're gonna psychoanalyze me too? Unacknowledged genius? Pretty sure we've proven that ship has sailed.
I was talking about me. Or how 16-year-old me thought about herself. When I was a kid, I didn't have a future. My parents ignored me. And when they weren't ignoring me, they were complaining about me. We didn't have food all the time, and I didn't think I had anything to look forward to. Then, one day, I decided to Google the name of my teacher. And you know what I found?
Swiss cheesecake.
So I decided to read it, just on a whim. You're right, the book is bad, but as an angsty teenager, I thought it was the shit. I was so sure I was an unseen genius, a master of storytelling, Kubrickian in my vision. So I started writing. Stories, poems, whatever. Writing got me through high school. I started doing plays in college where Barney found me, and finally I had my shot. Broadway play, written and directed by me. Mine alone. Do you know what happened?
Barney told me it wasn't great.
It was awful. I was a lonely genius, ignored by the establishment. But what they said about the play wasn't wrong. The play wasn't good. Then I met Gary and we started working together. Barney had a more hands-on role in the production, and the show did gangbusters.
You can't be genius alone.
You didn't finish the line you were reading earlier. Go back to it.
I don't think... Alright. Genius isn't real, Julia. Anyone can become great, but not apart, not alone. Your genius isn't unrecognized because it isn't genius. It's work, and it's lonely. But these people in your life, Diane, Smitham, Maverick, they've shaped you. They're a part of you. It's not just your art. Your genius isn't unrecognized because it isn't yours. And together, you can make something great.
No one does this alone. Carrie, I'm not a genius. Neither are you. There are no geniuses. I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for you. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me.
And neither of us would be standing here if it weren't for Barney, Catherine, and Laura.
I changed the story because I'm not blind. Swiss Cheesecake the book is poorly written, meandering, weakly characterized, and completely self-aggrandizing. And I loved it. But it wasn't enough. Maybe with what we both know now...
Maybe it'll mean as much to some other dumb redneck kid as it did to you. And maybe they won't make the same mistakes we did.
Are you in?
I think so. Wait, did you just...
That's not to think about it too much.
Previous tomorrow, right?
Yes, it is.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, props for the prop set, including the wine glasses. Okay, good. Lights, can I see lights, please? Please. Okay, good. Sound check. Can I run the sound check, please? Laura, can you stop talking for a second? Laura! Can you please stop talking? Just a second.
Yeah, sure, Barnes.
Sure. Cool. All right. Okay. Give me the ocean. All right. Good. All right. City sounds. Yeah, okay. Intermission music. Okay, right. All right. Sounds good. All right, actors. Are the actors set?
Yeah, I mean, mostly I'm still here.
Right. Oh my gosh, you're still here. What are you still doing here? The curtain's open in 3 minutes. You need to be in place.
I wanted to talk to my wife before her speech.
Well, if your wife doesn't get here soon, her speech is going to be a 4-letter word.
Barnabas, stop your worrying. Our Eve has yet to let us down.
Yet to let you down, maybe, but you'll...
Dang, Kat, what happened to torn jeans and hoodies?
Well, I've saved one set of clothes from before the purge. I knew I would be needing them.
Well, it's fantastic.
Thank you. It was my mother's. She was quite the diva, you know. Your auras are buzzing, all of you.
Mine too.
Yours most of all.
Interesting. I feel a sort of power, a presence, Nope, that's just my lunch in my throat.
Well, I best take my seat before we begin. As they say, as we say in the theater, break a leg.
I hope not, kid.
I feel like I'm the prettiest girl at the vampire ball.
Well, these bloodsuckers ain't got nothing on you, darling.
Rude.
Love you too.
Eve, here for a second. Eve, I don't know how you did this. God, you did. You took a frankly unreadable novel and you just made it work. Or at least I think you made it work. Eve, I don't know if it's you or your words I believe in sometimes, but I just want to say, before you start this, before you go out there and do this, I can't wait.
Let's give them a show they'll never forget.
Here.
What's this?
Something new. It's not edited, not revised, probably mostly unreadable, but maybe it'll be something someday. I want you to read it first.
Carrey,
Hey, kid, I gave up. You turned me around. I don't know how you did it, not even a little bit, but you, Barney, Catherine, and Laura took the ramblings of a drugged-out college student and turned it into something. We'll see what that is.
You wrote the book.
And we made the play. Eve, I'm bad with the words sometimes. Poor trait in a novelist, but you play it where it lies. I don't know if this is what you want to hear, but if it is, I'll say it. I'm proud of you. As an author, as a teacher, as a friend. Now go out there, kick the audience sass.
Hello. Thank you all for coming to see our show, Swiss Cheesecake. It's been a long time in the making, but it's finally here. Oh God, it really has been a long time. When I was a teenager, I was inspired by this novel. Just words on a page. Words that spun out across my mind and populated a world with thoughts, opinions, places, characters. I didn't make this world, but it was mine. And over time, this world shifted, as worlds are wont to do. An expression of internal greatness became a search for communal achievement. No one does this alone. And what you're about to see is a product of that community. Not gods, not kings, not even men. Just words. Like these words I'm saying to you right now. Really though, what sort of power do these words have? Am I here beguiling you all into the theater and sorceling you within my world? Perhaps. Maybe it's just words after all. But words are all we have. And words are the loveliest things. So sit back, turn off your cell phones, and just listen to the words. Who knows? Maybe the show's just for you.